turn it up. You're listening to the Country Music Rocks podcast with Danny and Julia. Your all-access pass to all your favorite artists, untold stories, and the real behind-the-scenes of country music.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's a big week in Nashville.
Yes, country music's biggest night is tonight, actually. This will be airing tonight.
I know. It's going to be
wait.
amazing. The 59th Annual CMA Awards.
Yeah.
With Lainey Wilson on her own.
Yeah, she's hosting it by herself this year.
It's going to be nerve-wracking.
But she's got it. I think she's totally got it, yeah.
She's been performing long enough on her own now that she knows the ins and the outs and little innuendos and stuff that I love about that.
For sure.
I felt like over the years with Peyton and Luke together, it almost kind of got lost a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, Brad and Carrie, I don't know if anyone will ever touch them.
I was just going to say, I don't think you can top them. They just worked so well together.
Yeah.
They obviously know the industry.
Sure.
They looked great together on stage.
Yep.
Like, they were just probably the best hosts.
I think so.
Yeah.
Vince Gill, before that, he did it for like 13 years in a row by himself. So this might be going towards Lainey Wilson being able to do more years together.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool on her own. But I agree 100%. My favorite all-time CMAs were with Brad and Carrie forever.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of FOMO this week.
Me too.
Because we should be there.
We should be there. Yes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but a lot of our broadcast friends will be there, all doing great interviews.
Yep.
Our dear friend Charlotte McCoy is watching the podcast. Hi, Charlotte.
Yes. Hey,
have
Charlotte.
a great week. Enjoy our friends from Raising Cane's.
Yeah,
Julia was just hanging with everybody.
I know. Yeah. No, it's going to be a fun week for sure.
It'll be cool to see everything coming out of it, but I am so looking forward to the show. It's the one night of the year that I really just love to cuddle up on the couch and just dig into country music and see the performances.
For sure. And without getting any spoilers, like you kind of have to like totally shut your phone off. So it's kind of good though, because you kind of disconnect from technology for a little bit. And even though it's hard, but
it is. I want to talk about that for a second because, you know, all the years that we were doing radio, it was always a hit and miss. Some people want to know because they're working. They can't always do it. For me, I never wanted to know who was the winner. I want to see it for myself.
Exactly.
I felt like it was always like, well, I don't need to watch the show now.
Yep.
And I hate when they do the awards early, like early winner is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
How are your feelings about that?
Well, when they announce the early winner, I don't mind as much because I feel like we're all finding out at the same time.
Sure.
But like when it's happening, when the award show is actually going on, but the feed is on the East Coast and we're here on the West Coast,
it's different.
It's kind of a bummer, and I think that's why I don't watch as much of like American Idol, for instance, and The Voice. Like I said way back when we talked about that, I used to watch those shows all the time, and I kind of stopped because there were so many spoilers.
Right.
Like I invested so many weeks leading up to the finale, and then it was blown like that. So it's like, well. So yeah, I wish there weren't spoilers, but
I wish they could just get it together and just say, okay, the ACMs and the CMAs are on at 5 o'clock. You can watch it. If not, watch it tomorrow on Hulu or whatever else. That way we're all in the same time zone.
I think they did that 1 year or maybe 2 years with ACM when I think it had to do with Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And so it aired for everybody all at the same time.
Yep.
And I thought that was fantastic.
I did too.
Loved that.
I did too. Because I hate finding out, like, well, the thing I think that bugs me the most is like the CMAs are tonight, but on Monday they're like, hey, your winner is Zach Top or Ella Langley. And I'm like, why? I don't want to know that till the night of.
I know.
Makes me so mad. So, okay, good. I'm glad we cleared the air because I'm not the only one.
No, definitely not. I think there's very few that want to know ahead of time.
Yeah. I used to have listeners like all the time be like, stop talking about it. Don't post anything.
Oh, people get very, like on social media,
if
there's any spoilers, even if you write, spoilers ahead, I mean, they're on it and they're mad.
Or they'll delete you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I just go radio silent on awards nights and I let it all play out and then I'll talk about it the next day.
That's right. Little post and ghost like, hey, we're watching the CMAs tonight. Have fun.
That's all I'm going to say. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So as we know, lots of performances. I feel like every year the CMAs is like, let's just do 5 awards and 90 performances.
I know, yeah.
I don't disagree with that because it's a night to see our favorite band or our favorite artist, whomever it may be. But I also feel like there's some awards that we don't really need to see.
Right.
So, I mean, and I want to see the performances, but there are some awards that I feel like we should be looking at. I feel like there should be a best new band category. There's
more they could do.
Yeah, and I always feel like it's a battle, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Not so much the social media, portion of it, like our favorite TikTok artist is. Okay, fine, whatever.
Sure.
But like musician of the year, like 90% of the people, 99% of the people don't even know who these musicians are.
No, and I mean, they are great musicians. I mean, they make some of these bands.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to see maybe less performances, a few more awards to separate it out just a little bit more, like best new female artist, best new male artist, and then as the categories go, because sometimes I feel like they just cram everybody in one. Best new artist, which is unfair because there's 3 guys and 2 girls, and it's not always the right case for me.
Right.
So.
And radio as well. They don't really get their spotlight, for the radio stations that do win. So
yeah, over the years, I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that. I remember the year that when we won for Station of the Year, I got to accept the CMA on stage, and it was literally just me holding up my hand with a picture. I looked like a stop sign guy going, "Hi." Yeah. We didn't get to say anything. It was kind of a bummer. It would be cool to be able to give our thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're still winning an award, so you should have your moment as well.
And for our listeners that are here, like, I got a chance to say thank you to everybody in the PNW and who represents and listens to country music in our neck of the woods. Yeah. I think that would be a bonus. Yeah. And I think everybody in radio would agree with us 100 times over for that, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's get started on this.
Speaking of the performances. Yeah. So they have announced or started announcing some of the performers. And I know you were saying like kind of cut back on some of the performances. I will say though, with award show, that just my little 2 cents. I do feel like they try to make the performances a little bit more special, or they kind of try to take it to the next level. I don't think it's always just somebody coming out and singing their song. Sometimes it is, but I do kind of feel like they do try to make it a little bit more. So I do enjoy that part of the performances.
I do as well.
I feel like there's some that we're just totally blown away with. So I do kind of like that.
And there's a lot, if you've never been to the award shows, Julie and I have both been, there's a lot of behind the scenes that go into making that show so special. They have 2 side stages. They have a front stage. They have, so when one band's performing, the curtains are closed, the other bands are setting up. And it's cool to watch the interaction between the fans, the listeners that are in the audience that get to go, but for also the artists, because they get a chance to see their favorite artist, whoever it is. It's Ella Langley loving on Chris Stapleton and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of cool. But I agree with you there as well, because it is something special when they put those big performances together.
For sure.
One that touched my heart for years was, to this day, I'll never forget it, was the day that Justin Timberlake,
that's the one I was just thinking
and Chris Stapleton performed together. Like that moment at that show that I was seeing that in person was unbelievable. And everybody in the audience was captured by the essence of the moment, how special that was. Like, at that time, Justin was super popular, and it took the CMAs to a different level.
It really did.
It was insane.
Was that the year that Chris Stapleton kind of just totally blew up?
Yes.
Because I want to say it was like 3 or 5 days later, he was here in Portland.
It was before he was here. He was
sure?
he was here. He was in our lounge at the station I used to work at.
Right.
And then he was playing, and then we found out he was performing at the awards, but they couldn't say who he was performing with.
Right.
And then literally that next night, like untouchable from that point forward.
But then he came and he played at the Wonder Ballroom.
Correct.
And I want to say it was that same year, but it was literally days later.
Yeah. Like he was in?
Because I don't even think it was sold out. The show wasn't even sold out at the Wonder Ballroom at that time.
Right.
And then
that happened.
And then that, that awards happened that Wednesday night. Yeah. And then, tickets were gone.
It was that Saturday. He was back at the Wonder Ballroom. And I remember the lines being like 2-3 blocks long. At that point, we were like, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was great. Yeah. So that's still to this day one of my favorite performances.
It was for sure a standout performance.
And if you've never seen it ever, go YouTube it. Because
100%.
It's the guitar playing, just those 2 gelling together, like there is nothing better.
Yeah, it was a vibe that was. I don't think it's been topped since.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
no,
it was
in fact,
so good.
I will agree with you. It's never been topped in my book ever. Yeah. I mean, there's been some great performances, but nothing like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
It was a great one.
And I'm looking forward to the performances this year.
I am too.
This is going to be a really special year because we both got to spend time with Vince Gill at the Opry back in September. Yep. And he's being honored tonight.
He is, with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah. And I don't think there's anybody better in country music than, I mean, there's great artists, but Vince is really like, people look up to Vince.
Oh, yes.
It's when Chris Stapleton says, I love watching Vince Gill perform. It's one of those moments you're like, holy cow. So it's cool. So I'm looking forward to that performance. And I think there's a special performance that's going to be done with Patty Loveless. So I'm seeing those two together already.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, it's going to be so good. I know that, well, it's interesting because they've kind of said what a lot of these artists are performing. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't like it, even though, like, I know Ella's new song is Choosing Texas, so I expect them to play their new single. They're going to present it. They're going to, they want to make it popular. It's going to blow up overnight for everyone that doesn't listen to country music and sees Ella for the first time is going to get a chance to hear that song and go, oh my God, she's cute. She's gorgeous. I want to hear that song more. How do I find it? That's what they do it. It's the songs that I think that I'm not looking forward to that I'm like, I've heard it 10 million times and I don't want to see that performance. I want to see him do something different. Because I am a fan of the new music. I love the new artist, but when I don't, you know, like I've heard Riley and Ella's performance so many times. I've seen so many videos. Like I'm looking forward to seeing her play this differently. Yeah, it'd be cool. So
I know Old Dominion, they're going to play a medley. Which
is great.
I'm looking forward to that. But you know, they've already shared what those songs are going to be, so it's kind of like, oh, I wish I want to be surprised about. But
you don't want to know.
I'm not going to share the songs. If you haven't seen what the songs are, then you can be surprised tonight when you're watching it. I'm not going to spoil that.
Don't go to social media until you hear the podcast. Then go do your thing.
Yeah, exactly. But they're going to perform. Miranda Lambert and Chris Stapleton are going to perform together.
That's going to be good.
Kenny Chesney, he's going to perform, so I'm excited about that.
That will be cool because he'll be performing as a new Country Music Hall of Fame member, and I think he's going to get a great ovation from everybody on that one. Everyone's going to love to see him. It's going to be really cool. We will hear from Ella, Riley. I'm super pumped to see our local boys, Zach Top and Tucker Wetmore, get their first shot at it. It might be on one of the front stages or the side stages. It won't be the main stage. If it is, I'll be shocked.
I think you're probably right. I think it's probably going to be one of the side stages because I know all the new artists nominees are performing. So, but who knows? They might switch things up this year. I have no idea.
They might. And I'm not going to lie. We went to Zach last week down in Eugene, which was an amazing show. And I stood in that crowd and I realized at that moment, this is the last time we're going to see Zach Top in an arena like that.
In that capacity.
Like he was at Hot Country Nights with 99.5 The Wolf with us this past January. And then, you know, he came to the show with Jackson Dean and Lainey at the amphitheater. And then now seeing him down there, he is going to be literally another George Strait, Alan Jackson type of an artist. I realized it the other night when I see phones in the air and people screaming at the top of their lungs, singing word for word. Like
all the songs.
I would have lost playing Name That Tune Thursday night with Zach Top against people. There was like a strum of a guitar, and this girl was on it. She knew every word.
That's so cool. I love seeing that, especially when it's not the radio cuts. It's like, you know, the B side. You know, they know everything. I think that says something for the artist.
Yeah,
like
totally.
Their music is. I mean, people are relating to it. They love it.
And I was a little shocked by my son Tanner, who listens to country music a lot. He listens to a little bit of everything. But in this particular instance, like he named off a song that I didn't even know Zach had, and I was like, wow, you like that song? He's like, I love that song. So the newer generation of country music fans that are coming into it, we could see him on the main stage. It wouldn't shock me as much as Tucker Wetmore would, but I would be happy to see him perform out there. I think it'd be really cool. For sure. Yeah. It's going to be an awesome night.
It is.
I'm looking forward to the show tonight.
Yes. I know. I literally can't wait.
I know. As soon as we're done, we're going home to get our jammies on and get to jump in the couch.
Turn our phones off and see who's taking home some awards.
It's going to be a big night.
It is.
So, want to start?
Yeah. Let's start with our picks for male vocalist of the year.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, it's, again, tough category. Luke Combs, Cody Johnson, Chris Stapleton, Zach Top, and Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
You know, this is an argument that we'll face forever because everybody has their own fans. But when you say top vocalist,
Right.
I'm going Stapleton. If it was top artist, it'd be a different story.
Right.
I'd probably go with Morgan Wallen, right, on that situation. I love Cody Johnson. He's got some new stuff coming out. I saw a thing that he did the other day on TikTok, singing one of my favorite Glenn Campbell songs, and I was like, oh, buddy, please release that right now, because I will go buy it on Spotify, and I want to see it. But for my pick, I'm going Chris Stapleton.
Yeah, I'm torn between Stapleton and Luke Combs.
Yeah.
So because you picked Stapleton, I'm going to say Luke Combs.
Okay.
But, I mean, I agree with you when you say vocalist of the year. I think it's between those two.
And it's not that I don't want to see Chris Stapleton win, but if he wins again, this will be like his 11th male vocalist.
I know.
It's almost like watching Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson win NASCAR so many times, you get bored with it.
Yeah.
So I'd like it to go to somebody else. I don't think that Zach Top has a shot this year, even though as good as he is, and watching him this last Thursday night down in Eugene.
Just not there yet.
Not there yet.
Yeah.
Not there yet.
I wish they would do it where, kind of like with some awards, every other year.
Sure.
You know, like the industry at CRS,
yes.
you can win every other year.
That would be great.
I wish they kind of did it, like, especially with some of these categories.
Yeah.
Especially with top vocalists, I feel like that should be.
CMAs, are you paying attention? Listen to the people that want want to get it done.
Just a little suggestion. I don't know where the suggestion box is, but let's throw that in there.
Let's throw that in there. All right. Let's go with female vocalist of the year. The nominees are Kelsey Ballerini, Miranda Lambert, Ella Langley, Megan Maroney, and Lainey Wilson. This is a tough category.
It really is.
It's interesting, the changeover of ladies of country music from the day. I'll let you pick this one first.
Again, this is a tough one. And just basing it off a vocalist, I'm a little torn between Ella and Lainey, but I'm going to go with Lainey.
Okay. I love Kelsey Ballerini. She's great. I think she's more about modeling than she is singing. I just feel like lately I just see her on every TV commercial. I love her voice. I think she's a great person. I really want to see Ella Langley win it this year.
Like I said, I'm really torn. Okay, I'm glad you picked her because I figured one of us should.
And my wife Kim and I were talking about this the other day. Is she's a talk singer.
Yes,
she
which
talks
I love.
while she sings in the story with her and Riley, right? So this new single, "Choosing Texas," it actually gives us a chance to hear her voice,
her vocals,
which is really cool. Yeah, and I thought it was cool. So I'm gonna go for the long shot and go for Ella.
Okay, well, it's gonna be either way. Again, all these gals are fantastic, but I do think it's probably between those two.
Definitely, for sure. I think so. Absolutely.
Okay, this is a tough one. Vocal duo of the year. This is one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like duo and group could be a category together. But here we are.
I know.
So we got Brooks and Dunn.
Yep.
Brothers Osborne. Yep. Dan and Shay. Maddie and Tay. The Warren Treaty.
Okay, let me just be honest. Brothers Osborne has done nothing this year. Dan and Shay just came out with a new Christmas song a week ago.
Right.
Maddie and Tay have been digging trenches for years.
Yep.
They don't get the respect.
Right.
And then there's the Warren Treaty, who were here in Portland back in August. This is the only time we hear about them.
Right.
And then there's Brooks and Dunn. I will give you mine.
Yep.
I think it's going to just go to Brooks and Dunn.
I do too.
Because they're the old-time favorites.
Yep.
And they were on tour with Morgan Wallen.
So I feel like they were out there this year. I mean, no new music, or at least not that I'm aware of. I don't think any new music. But, it's just... I would love to see Maddie and Tay get it.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would love a little bit of a, upset, if you will, and have them get it. I mean... I guess we'll find out.
I know. It's not a shocker to me.
Yeah.
It's not. I won't be surprised if I would love, like I said, Maddie and Tay, that would shock the hell out of me.
It'd be so well deserved.
It would be like, wow, that's awesome.
Them too.
Oh, yeah. They probably would pass out.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, where's Low Cash on this?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they have been just out there all
grinding.
year. Yeah.
Yes.
So I was actually really disappointed that they were not nominated.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like that was a miss for sure.
I agree. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, the CMAs are voted on by members of the CMA. It's not like a fan-voted TV show like CMT was and MTV Music Awards and stuff like that. Right. The American Music Awards with Dick Clark. These are all nominated on executives who work in the radio industry. I am a member of the CMAs. Same. You're a member of the CMAs. So we got a chance to vote. And we don't always see eye to eye. I didn't vote for any of these. I voted for Low Cash.
So did I.
Didn't see him on the list. So, yeah, it's kind of of interesting. But Brooks and Dunn, there we go. We'll see what happens. If you guys win, congratulations. Vocal group of the year. There's some disappointing things on here. Parmalee is not on here.
Yeah, exactly.
A great group. Zach Brown, not on here as well.
Yep.
But the nominees this year are Lady A, Little Big Town, which I feel have not been around at all. Old Dominion, they've been grinding pretty hard.
They have, yeah.
Rascal Flatts, love the guys.
They came back this
love
year,
them. They came back this year for a short tour. And then the Red Clay Strays making some noise now.
Yep, they're very new, or at least new to mainstream.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know who I'm going to pick, so you go first.
I'm going to say Old Dominion.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we were going to be the same on that.
Yeah, it's another one of those, like, you should win every other year.
Exactly.
No disrespect to any of them, but Lady A, I can't remember the last thing that they did.
Right.
I know they were on the Opry a couple weeks ago when we watched.
Yeah.
Little Big Town, I haven't seen anything with them. Red Clay Strays, I've seen more of. But no new music from Rascal Flatts except Old Dominion. They're the ones out there still making music.
They really are. So yeah, I mean, I think that, like you said, it's a no-brainer.
And grinding for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Single of the Year.
Yep.
And Single of the Year, this is going to be a cool category, and it's a tough category.
This was a tough category because there's all some great songs on this.
There are, and it's not. I've got a bunch of favorites. Lainey Wilson, 4x4 by You. Luke Combs, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. Megan Maroney, Am I Okay? Zach Top, I Never Lie. And Ella and Riley, You Look Like You Love Me.
Yep. This is going to be a tough one. I think my pick, just because we've heard all of these so much.
Right.
I'm going to go with You Look Like You Love Me by Ella and Riley.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's the one that's probably going to win.
Yeah.
But Zach Top would be a very, very close second place.
Yeah.
I feel like that song put him on the map.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, people caught wind of it, and now we're seeing those sellout shows everywhere. So it could be a toss-up between
it
us.
really could go either way on this one.
Yeah, for sure. Song of the Year.
Song of the Year. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this just goes to this songwriter.
Yes.
But I know a lot of these are the same. That it's Single of the Year. So 4x4 by You, released by Lainey Wilson. Am I Okay? Released by Megan Maroney. I Never Lie, Zach Top. Texas, Blake Shelton. And then again, You Look Like You Love Me, Ella and Riley.
Yeah. It's Song of the Year.
Yeah.
This is the biggest one.
Yeah.
I feel like in this case it would be Ella and Riley. We've heard it a million times.
We really have.
It almost was like the song of the summer.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I agree. Or again, it could be I Never Lie by Zach Top.
It could be.
It really could. I think these two, because most of these songs are the same for Single and Song of the Year. Yeah, either one.
This is funny. I don't know why I just had this image in my head. Do you sit on the end of your couch and when you're like, it's gonna be Ella and Riley, and then you're like, come on, and then it doesn't win, you're like, it could have been Zach Top.
Sometimes when it's like, I feel like it's going to go to one, and then it doesn't, or it's like, them again. You know,
yeah, for sure.
Totally.
I find myself a lot of times going, oh man. Yeah. Okay, well that's cool. Good for them. Yeah. They deserve it.
Yeah. Yes.
It's fun.
Okay, so musical event of the year, and I feel like this one they always award early. Like I feel like we're going to know about this, earlier in the week. But okay, Don't Mind If I Do. Right, Riley Green featuring Ella.
Yep.
Hard Fought Hallelujah, Brandon Lake with Jelly Roll. I'm Gonna Love You, Cody Johnson with Carrie Underwood. Pour Me a Drink, Post Malone with Blake Shelton. And You Had to Be There, Megan Maroney with Kenny Chesney.
My pick this year for this one is I'm going to go with Cody and Carrie. I'm Gonna Love You. Although I think it's a very close second place with Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll.
You know, I would love to see them win that just for the message alone. I feel like they're reaching, both of them, Brandon with his, footprint in the industry, and then Jelly Roll with his. Yeah. They're reaching so many more people and just delivering such a powerful message in just such an extraordinary way that I would love to see them win it. But I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. I mean,
it is.
I would love to see them win it. I kind of feel like Pour Me a Drink with Post Malone might take it just because it's a, Post Malone. And,
it is.
And the collab and just kind of get him in. I don't know.
Well, and I think there's also the members that have voted. At that time when voting was going on, there was nobody hotter than Post Malone.
Exactly.
He was teaming with Morgan and
with
Blake
everybody.
and Tim McGraw and Chris Stapleton
so many people,
on that F1 Trillion album. So it's a whole different story. So he might have the momentum to take it, it would be cool for him.
Sure. I
don't even know if he has a CMA or not. It might be his first CMA. I have to look it up. Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
I think it might. If he does take this, it might. Because I think he won maybe ACM.
I think he's got ACMs. Yeah, he's got an ACM.
I don't.
And CMTs.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
I'd love to see Hard Fought Hallelujah, but I think it's going to Pour Me a Drink. But we'll see.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, so we got 3 good categories right there, or 3 good choices. Music video of the year. This is Megan Maroney, Am I Okay? Cody Johnson with Carrie, I'm Gonna Love You. Lainey Wilson, Somewhere Over Laredo, which is a newer song. Chris Stapleton, I Think I'm in Love with You with Dua Lipa. Yeah. One of my favorites. Gives me goosebumps. Ella Langley and Riley Green, You Look Like You Love Me.
Yeah.
This is a toss-up. I don't really know. I would love to see it go to Cody and Carrie.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of that song since it came out. But when I put Chris Stapleton and Dua Lipa together, that was like, ooh, that song was so good.
One. Yeah. I mean, I think I agree that one, or I think Ella and Riley. I for some reason I feel like You Look Like You Love Me just kind of overtook
everything,
especially the time frame when voting was going on, and for it to be down to the top 5 here.
Again, it's that time. It's like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is timing.
It's like when you put a song about summer out in November, it doesn't feel right, like Toes for Zach Brown. If they drop that in November, I'm like, I'm not dipping my toes in the water.
Yeah, it doesn't really work well, but like
March.
I was going to say March and April.
I'm thinking about getting on a boat, margaritas.
There's your momentum.
Yeah, it takes you to a new level, for sure.
But really quick with music video of the year, how often do you watch a music video?
Well, that's a good point, because CMT is going away with my buddy Cody Allen. Those top 20 countdowns are going to be at the end of the year. That's it. No more.
Which is so weird.
Yeah, I catch them every now and then, or if I get something from Vivo that someone will send me, like, did you see this?
Yeah. I feel like they always pass my desk, and I'll be honest, I don't watch all the music videos. I used to, and I used to watch the lyric videos, and I don't even know if they make music videos for because it used to be every song or every single that came out, a video would come out as well.
Right.
And there's so much production that goes into them.
Oh my gosh,
So I feel like they're maybe a little bit kind of tapering off somewhat.
I think so.
And maybe now more so with CMT
canceling
going away.
it. Yeah, they're like, where are they going to air? You know?
I mean, I suppose YouTube and Vivo.
But that seems to be a lot of money. Like, if you're dropping $1 million on a video just to see somebody pick up, a few likes on YouTube, I'm not going to spend that money.
Yeah.
I'm
so
keeping
it'll be
that money for
interesting if this
else.
category will sustain over the years.
Yeah, good point. It might actually go away, because we're going to see it anyways somehow, whether it be in one of their shows.
I was going to say, like, during
we'll
on
see.
the back screen.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, this is album of the year. Am I Okay? Megan Maroney. Cold Beer and Country Music, Zach Top. F1 Trillion, Post Malone. Morgan Wallen, I'm the Problem. And Lainey Wilson, Whirlwind. This is a tough category.
This is a really tough one,
for 2 songs. Post Malone and Morgan Wallen.
Yep.
We talked about the momentum when this was all taking place. Round 1 was going. Post Malone had so much momentum.
Yep.
And I think about the show that he did, like at the park down here. I can't think of the name of it. Where the Timbers play. Providence Park.
Yes.
Yeah, right? Like, we've seen that crowd in person. It was insane.
It's insane. I mean, even just getting the door was insane.
Yeah, it took us like 40 minutes.
Insane.
So I honestly, it wouldn't surprise me to see Posty win that one with F1 Trillion.
Yeah.
But I'd sure like to see Morgan.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see Morgan take that one.
I think, he's produced double, triple albums.
All his albums, I mean, I think all 3 of them they're all 30+ songs.
Yeah.
Which is pretty incredible.
It is.
I mean, F1 Trillion had a lot of songs too. I think 27 or 28.
I think that's 27.
Yeah, so I mean, that's an album. That's 2 albums.
Right. That's a lot of work.
That really
It takes time. It's not just a 5-minute process, that's for sure.
Nope.
This is the one I always kind of go, man, they need to break this category up. It's the new artist of the year.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be a female and a male.
Exactly.
And maybe even takeaway music video of the year, but do a male, a female, and a group, right?
So the ACMs used to do that. They would have 3 categories for new artists, but I don't think CMA ever did.
I don't know. They should think about it. They really should.
Put that in the suggestion box as well.
Go ahead, do the honors.
Okay, so Ella Langley,
Yep.
Shabuzi,
Yep.
Zach Top, Tucker Wetmore, and Stephen Wilson Jr.
Man, we've seen all of them.
I know.
Selfishly, for me, I would love. I'm super excited the representation that we have here for the Northwest with Zach and Tucker.
Yeah.
I would love to see Tucker walk away with that one.
Really?
I would. I think it'd be so cool.
I'm torn on a lot of them. I mean, I kind of feel like Stephen Wilson Jr. could be like the dark horse.
Yeah.
Because I saw him a few weeks ago. Fantastic show.
Yep. Yep.
A little bit of part of me would like to see that happen just because I feel like that would be such a surprise.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'm going to go with Ella. Oh, okay. I would love to see her take it.
Yeah. And that's another one. I mean, how do you not love her? She's on everything. It's like I can't even open up my Instagram or my Facebook. There's Ella Langley.
Yeah.
Like the girl is like on fire right now. It's crazy. And then, of course, the big one of the year.
Biggest award of the night, Entertainer of the Year.
Yep.
So we got Luke Combs, Cody Johnson, Chris Stapleton, Morgan Wallen, and Lainey Wilson.
I'm just going to put it out there. I would really love it to be Morgan Wallen after the tour that he had this year with all these baseball stadiums and football stadiums, the sellout crowds. I mean, he took it to the next level like Taylor Swift. Yeah. So Luke Combs, I felt like he didn't tour really this year, not like Morgan did. No. Cody toured. Stapleton only tours 12 shows a year with George Strait.
Right.
And Lainey's been coming on strong lately.
She really has.
But I think the person that actually really deserves that this year is Morgan Wallen.
Yeah. And again, I've said this before when we were talking about the nominees. I mean, they all entertain differently in their own right. So I think they're all winners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Morgan as well. I think that he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, we've seen Luke Combs stadium shows. They're pretty amazing. It's incredible. Yeah. Stapleton, when you see him, there's like he doesn't even move, and he just hits one guitar string, and people go nuts. So it's crazy. But it's going to be a great night. I can't wait to watch the whole thing.
Yep, I can't wait to see who walks away with the award.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see all the performances. It's going to be fun.
And you said it best. Everyone in these categories are already winners. That's why they're nominated.
Yep.
Fantastic artists, fantastic writers, incredible people behind the scenes. The one story that I love the most about Old Dominion is that one time when they performed for us in one of our radio station lounges, they had said to us like, "Hey man, we're just songwriters.
Yeah.
The only thing that we want to do is make enough money to rebuild the bathroom in our home."
Yeah.
And now look at them.
They should have one hell of a bathroom because they have been on fire ever since.
They have.
Right out of the gate. So.
Literally, so good. So don't miss tonight's CMA Awards. It's the 59th Annual CMA Awards live on ABC. You can watch it on Hulu tomorrow if you miss it.
Yep.
If you're working late, just put it on your DVR. Hosted by Lainey Wilson. And like Julie and I both said, there's going to be some amazing performances this year.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Enjoy the evening, and we'll chat with you next week.
Yeah.